Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. I'm actually just watching Real Madrid tear Atletico Madrid apart with all their black players. Apparently, there was some racism. I don't know, but whatever. So, Julian Nagelsmann, is he under pressure at Bayern? Oliver Kahn says no. We are totally convinced of Julian, and that's the politically correct answer. I'm going to give you the answer you probably need to hear. It's the correct answer. The correct answer is if these results continue, someone's getting sacked. So the board is obviously going to say, nah, it's not that far enough for us to be putting pressure on anyone. But here's what Khan did say. He said that, of course, Nagelsmann isn't under pressure, but some board members are dissatisfied and in a bad mood. We had the Oktoberfest visit today. If you don't know what that is, that's where the players wear, I think it's called Lederhosen. It's like a German Bavarian thing. And it's like, yeah, it's traditional. So Oktoberfest is like the thing there. And everyone looks depressed. Nagelsmann did not smile once. He's not happy. The players are struggling to smile. It's so funny, man. No one looks happy right now at Bayern because losing games tends to ruin the atmosphere in the team. Even Matisse Tell looked depressed in his picture. Kimmich trying to smile. Manuel Neuer trying to smile. Thomas Müller, well, I mean, that guy has nothing to smile about. He has his house, getting broken into, so he has nothing to smile about. And his girl's trying to smile, but there's nothing happy in the Muller household right now. So, yeah, look, Khan says we're not considering any other coaches right now. We are totally convinced of Julian. We need to get back on track. As soon as things get started again against Leverkusen, we will and have to go all out. And that's true, right? Look, when you're Bayern Munich, you lose one game. We have lost once this season. Think about that. You draw 3. You're under pressure. I mean, most clubs don't experience this. So I'm privileged to experience this a lot. Niko Kovac, right? The board said the same thing about him. He's not under pressure. Sacked him 2 days later. Bro, look, I don't think Nagelsmann is under any pressure of being sacked as of now. There's no realistic chance he gets sacked tomorrow. But if we lose against Leverkusen in 2 weeks, we have an international break. So it's a nice little break from watching Bayern right now, from watching that terrible attack. Just I need to breathe, man. For the first time in my life supporting Bayern, I like the international break. You know what? I treated you harshly. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. I love the international break. Elongate it. Make it 2 months. Let's relax, man. We don't. Who really needs the Bundesliga or the Champions League? Just let's push it back. Push the World Cup to next year. COVID happen. COVID 2.0 is coming out. Let's all relax. All right, let's take a breather, stay at home, lock down, and let's cancel all games for 3 months. And then when Bayern come back, we'll be cooking. So, look, apparently there's sources saying the players are discontent with Nagelsmann because he doesn't take any personal responsibility for the situation. Nagelsmann, I mean, that's probably true a little bit because when he does have press conferences, he talks about how the players should finish better and blah, blah, blah. He never really says, oh, I shouldn't have made that substitution. But I don't think as a manager, you're supposed to be saying that to the media. You're not supposed to be admitting that you did something wrong because it puts you in a bad position because now it's a weakness your opponents can use against you. So Nagelsmann should keep it to himself if he believes he made a decision that was wrong. I believe yesterday in the game, his substitutions were awful. Bringing on Choupo-Moting when you need a goal is crazy. I guess it was for the striker threat, but he ended up just slowing down our play. Choupo-Moting is a bum. Let's never play him again. So there's accountability the manager can take, but I think it's just stupid to say, Nagelsmann should be coming out every press conference. Yeah, I suck. I'm a bad coach. He shouldn't be doing that. That's weird. Now, on Oliver Kahn's comments, he's completely right? There's probably not sackable pressure on Nagelsmann. But if he loses 2 more games, yeah. If he loses or draws 3 games, and when we play against Leverkusen, if we haven't improved, they're going to be thinking, I don't want Thomas Tuchel at Bayern, man. Y'all in the comments don't understand. You don't understand me, all right? You don't understand me. I don't want Tuchel at Bayern. Do y'all realize Tuchel's even more stubborn than Nagelsmann? We're going to be playing a back 3. Oh, boy, God, no. I don't want Tuchel at Bayern. What I want is consistency from Nagelsmann, because he has shown from the beginning of the season and in a few other games that, damn, this guy is very tactically flexible and he knows how to set his team up relative to the opponent. However, at the same time, I want us to have a set play style against any team. We don't change our formation dependent on the opposition. Maybe the opposition's level is higher than ours and we concede a few things. I don't mind, but we shouldn't change the way we play. We should always play out of the back. I don't care if the opposition presses. I don't care. We're Bayern. We play out of the back every game. That's what we should do. That's for starters. 2, we take risk with losing superiority in the midfield by sticking to one formation. So if a team is playing a 4-3-3 against us, we shouldn't match them with a 4-2-3-1. That's stupid. We should just keep playing the 4-2-2-2. If that's what worked against Frankfurt, it'll work against more teams. Sadio Mane's performances have dropped, probably because he started as a second striker with Gnabry and Müller, and now he's just a winger. Mane has clearly lost explosiveness, so why not just play the formation that would suit him? So that's one thing Nagelsmann needs to do: consistency in the formation and shape of the team. I like the 4-2-2 because it gives us protection in different phases. We can press with a 4, or we can press with a 2, and then a 2, and then another 2, right? You can press like Man City, but also press like Liverpool in a space of a few seconds. You can change your shape easily. Your fullbacks have more freedom. I like that formation. I also think Sané playing in that channel is good for him. I think Musiala playing in between the half spaces, whether it's on the right or left, is better for him. I don't want Sané on the right because that's just weird. If he works so well as a left winger and he's back in form and we're all loving Sané, why the hell would you as a coach change something that's not broken? So Nagelsmann needs consistency in the lineups, the formation, and that's all we want. Second, substitutions. He makes so many errors, man. Why are you bringing on Choupo-Moting? Why isn't Gravenberch playing more? Why isn't Matisse Tell playing more after his form of scoring goals in the Bundesliga and in the Pokal? 2 goals every time he started. Twice he started, goals he scored. Why don't we just play him in a game like yesterday, Augsburg? Mane isn't in form, and it wouldn't hurt Matisse Tell to play him in a game like that. I think he finishes some of those chances, to be honest. And it's not like this kid is 17 and he's trash. He's 17 and very mature. The new age of youngsters isn't the same as maybe 5 years ago even. These new youngsters are already world-class at 19. Look at Pedri. I'm reading Pedri's stats and Musiala's stats. Bro, they play like they're 40. Well, that's bad. They play like they're 28, prime. They're getting compared to players like Iniesta and Xavi. And it's like, bro, they're 19. So the new age of youngsters, Mbappe was already at a world-class level at 19. Why can't Matisse Tell get an opportunity if he's in form? And if Mane's out of form, Gnabry's out of form. But no, just stick with what we know. Let's bring on Choupo-Moting off the bench, even though the guy hasn't scored in God knows how long because he hasn't played, because he was injured, and he's not a fan favorite. There's no future in playing Choupo-Moting. I don't care if we lose a game with Matisse Tell starting, as long as the kid gets more opportunities than Choupo-Moting. Why the hell did we let Vidovic go if we're bringing on Choupo-Moting. Just keep Vidovic, get rid of Choupo, and if we need a goal, bring the youngsters. And I don't care. We can lose some games this season. I have conceded that because we have a different team, a newer team, and we don't have a striker, we will lose a few more games and win a few more games. That's counterintuitive. We will lose and draw a few more games. But I think in bigger games, we will perform like against Inter and Barcelona because these players love the pressure of the Champions League. Maybe they just lost motivation in the Bundesliga. Perhaps that's the case. So the World Cup's coming up. So this next international break right here is crucial for a lot of players. They need to come back from that and perform their lives out. So I believe we will improve against Leverkusen when we come back. We'll play Augsburg again in the Pokal. We can't lose that. That's a must-win game. And then we have Champions League fixtures against Pilsen. Easy. We play Pilsen twice back-to-back, so that's good. Then we play Inter and then Barcelona October 26th. So in that time frame, we need to do some reflection. These players need to understand that they have to improve, and they all have a motivation, the World Cup. So all of them, Musiala, Kimmich, Sané, Goretzka, all of them know I'm not going to get picked for Germany if I'm not performing a certain way. Hansi Flick is very much a man that will sometimes use his emotions to make decisions, but I think he's capable of dropping a player if they aren't performing. So we need to be on our A game after this international break. We cannot afford to slip. We can't afford to be trash for a few games. So is Nagelsmann under pressure? A little bit. This board will not hesitate to sack you if you lose another or draw another 4 games. If we're 10 points off first place at some point this season, bro, you're getting sacked. This board won't hesitate. Bro, you know how much money we spent? We backed Nagelsmann in every way. We backed him. So, yeah. And look, I think Tell can give us the striker. This striker thing. Honestly, the kid is so mature. I think he could. I don't want to put pressure on him, but low key, he could be a good striker. I think he can be a good second striker. So not having that sole responsibility, but sharing it. Gosh darn it, man. Napoli and AC Milan. Darn it. I should have watched that game. I want to watch Kavicha. That guy, man. Dang it. Politano scored. Giovanni Simeoli scored. The heck? Giovanni Simeoli, that Diego Simeoli's son? Bro, how the hell did the Simeoli have a son that's a good player? How did that happen? Interesting. Tau should start as a striker. I think we play the 4-2-2 with Tau up top ahead of Mane if Mane isn't performing, or next to Mane. Honestly, Tau is 6 foot tall or 6 feet. So I saw a picture with him and Levy, and bro, they got the same kind of body. They're both like 6 foot. So, and Tau, his hold-up play is good. His first touch is good. He has good pace, so he can run in behind and switch with our forwards. So, yeah, that's what I want, man. That's what I want. 4-3-3 with Goretzka, Kimmich, Gravenberch. We could play a 4-3-3, but I think a 4-3-3 requires a striker, and that's not something we have. Unless you want to keep suffering with Mane as a lone striker or Muller. Oh, Muller as a lone striker is just has to be illegal, man. It's anti-football, bro. This is not football. This is terrorism. Thomas Muller is good behind a striker. Dude, I think there also has to be a conversation we have on not saying a decline, but Muller ain't the same player he used to be. Like in 2014, where he can play as a striker, but at the same time he can play as a chance creator. And Muller said it himself that the new dynamic is different. With Lewandowski, you had someone you could hit a pass to, and you trusted his ability to be there and his recognition of the game. But the way Muller plays, he's slower a little bit. He's much slower now, right? I think he's still, I mean, I'm not going to put our performances to him. No, of course not. That would be immature. That'd be stupid. But I think there's something missing in, bro, how many chances is he creating? That's a question, right? So because we're playing differently, I think Thomas Muller is suffering from a lack of center forward that can convert the chances that we're creating. If you remember the Sané pass where he cut inside and then Muller got it and he passed it to Mane, but Mane was offside, I would imagine that same pass happening, but Lewandowski's onside. So Muller's key moments are almost being taken away from him because the things that made him so good, him and Mane bumping into each other when Musiala made a good cross against Barcelona. Musiala gets, dribbles and makes a great cross, and then Muller's about to shoot, but Mane comes in and barges into him, and they both fall down. Like, Mane's just playing with his impulses sometimes. This guy doesn't read a situation. He should be at the back post, and Muller should be where he was. Muller was in his right position. I think Sadio Mane might be taking something out of Muller's game, and that's his, reliance on a target man or reliance on a goal scorer. Because Muller does create chances. He does always find himself passing and getting the assist or the pass before the assist. But with Mane and Gnabry, sometimes there's something missing, right? I think Muller does prefer playing with a striker rather than a winger, and at that, an out of form winger. What Lewandowski gave you was consistency. I'll score every week. I won't score in big games, but I'll score in every league game. And then that opened up opportunities and it removed the pressure. When your wingers have the pressure of I got to score to win us this game because we don't have a striker, it changes it. That's why we're missing chances. It's a psychological thing. Each player is overthinking their movements. They're like, I got to score this because if we don't, we don't have a striker that, scores goals for a living. So now they're overthinking everything. So, that puts your defense under pressure because the more chances your wingers miss, the defense is like, damn, I'm doing all this work and we're not even scoring. Because typically you want to defend well, score a bunch of goals, everyone gets a clean sheet, everyone scores, you're happy. But now it's like, I got to score. Our first goal against Barca was a set piece. Our first goal against Inter, what was the first goal? Yeah, it was like Sané running in behind. He's Sané. Sané be doing that. So it's like we're looking for that moment to open things up. And everyone's just under pressure to score because we don't have a striker. So I think Tau, Mane, Tau, Muller could work, right? Tau's proving that he's mature in his game. But yeah, as a manager, you don't want to rush him. I also think we need to incorporate our youngsters. So Nagelsmann has to fix that. We can't keep playing these old bastards every game, bro. Bring Paul Vanner in. How did Jamal Musiala come up from our academy? He had a game in the Bayern second team where he scored 2 goals and Flick brought him into the first team's training for the first time and actually played him. I remember his first touch on the ball was a La Croqueta, man. His first touch was dribbling someone. That boosted his confidence for sure. And Flick kept playing him. He kept bringing him off the bench. And that's the difference. I don't think Nagelsmann would have given Musiala a chance because Paul Vanner played well in the youth academy. And that was the whole point of playing him in the Youth Champions League, playing him in our second team. He's playing well right now. And what are we doing? Oh, just team training, that's it. He's not coming off the bench even when he's on there. So why is that? Why is Choupo-Moting ahead of him? This is ridiculous. Choupo has no future at this club. When his contract expires, he'll leave. We won't remember him. I won't remember that he played for Bayern. I will, because it's always going to be a depressing memory. But why are we bringing Choupo on when we could bring Tell on and Paul Vanner? And I don't care about the pressure of the game. These kids need playtime. What? Do you need to be winning every game 3-0 before you bring a youngster in? No. Sometimes you bring them into that adversity. And maybe what if they score? Their confidence goes through the roof. And if they don't, it's not their fault, right? As a manager, that's when you have to trust your ability to tell the players, it's not your fault you didn't score. We weren't winning when you came on. So, don't worry about it. I'll play you. I trust you. And you build that connection, that rapport. Oh my gosh, Union Berlin's top of the table. Dude, imagine if Union didn't have the 50+1 rule to hold them back, bro. This club would be so huge. That's crazy. Bro, they're top of the Bundesliga. Bruh, Niko Kovac's about to get sacked, dude. Wolfsburg lost a lot of good players. Now they're just losing every week. I mean, they still have a good team, so it's crazy. Nagelsmann out, Ollie in. God, y'all are funny. By the way, guys, I appreciate the support on the channel recently. The members are growing, so if you want to become a member, it's $3 for the first month, $5 every month, and it helps me continue to make content. Musiala plus Tell are, in my opinion, the future. I see why you would say that. Guys, I'm not advocating that we start Tell. I'm not advocating that we do anything. People are putting their lineups in, and I'm seeing Tell. Tell shouldn't be starting games. What I'm saying is, if Choupo-Moting's going to come off, it should be because Matisse Tell pulled his hamstring. That's the only way that would make sense to me. Does that make sense? So if Tell's available, he starts before Choupo. He's in the team before him. Oh my. We have scored, according to Tasto FCB on Twitter, great account, 13 open play goals from 17.75 XG. Oh man, had to sneeze there. Sadio Mane has scored 3 goals, 2 of which were penalties, I think, from 4.67 XG. Leroy Sané has scored 2 goals from 3.1 XG. And Thomas Muller has scored 1 goal from 2.29 XG. Expected goals are actually a really good stat, because expected assists too, because it's considering how good the chance was, how many defenders were in your vicinity, how much time you had on the ball before you picked your shot. So yeah, I think I love expected goals. It's a really good stat. At least you beat Barcelona. Yeah, at least we did. 4-3-3 with Musiala, Coman, and Sané. The thing is, I don't think it's just a formation thing. So while I do agree that it's a formation thing, I also think the way we play is a big part of it. But not only that, I think changing formations every game is just as bad. That's what's going on, man. There's a lot more to it. Nagelsmann is under slight pressure, but nothing to be sacked. He just needs to change it. If he doesn't change it, he's getting sacked. That's it. He gets sacked, bro. We're not getting Tuchel. If we sign Tuchel, I'll lose my mind. Nice shirt. Thank you, David Don. If we sign Tuchel, I'm forfeiting this channel, and I'll have to watch Bayern in silence, bro, because I could not tolerate that. Imagine watching a 4-3-3-2-1 every game, or no, a 3-5-4, no, a 3-4-3 every, 3-4-3. Bro, I would hate my life. Imagine we're pulling up to the Champions League and we got 3 center backs. Sorry, it would piss me off, man. Tuchel would. Man. Arsenal won their game today. Sucks to see Arsenal back to winning ways. I mean, to be fair, Arsenal fans, they're going to be brought down to reality, right? They already had one big game against Man United. They lost. They'll eventually have to play Man City. They'll lose. They'll play Tottenham at some point. Spurs will probably beat them. Oh my gosh, Liverpool they're in 8th place? Bruh, nah, Klopp's getting sacked. Dude, they only won twice this season. I mean, that's what happens when you buy Darwin noodles. Leicester City hasn't won once this season, bro. Oh my gosh. Yo, Leicester has like 1 point. Oh my gosh, bruh. Yo, that West Ham's in the that EPL relegation battle is crazy. Even Leeds are ahead of Leicester City. My gosh. How are Arsenal in first place, man? Honestly, look, the way Arsenal are starting, look, when you start playing Man City, start playing Liverpool, as much as Liverpool suck now, Arteta's always getting it wrong in those big games. When you start playing like actual teams that aren't, bummies, when you start playing Chelsea, and then we'll talk. Even Chelsea suck. I think a lot of EPL teams just suck now. Chelsea's in 7th place. Man, Timo Nunes. Hey, this is a good name, man. Timo Nunes. That's funny. Yeah, Liverpool were better off just buying Timo Werner. Timo sucks, man. I did a watch along for the Bayern game. It was Bayern Munich, or not Bayern, Leipzig versus Mönchengladbach. Dude, RB Leipzig, I mean, they showed signs of change. Marco Rose is definitely doing something. I think, they're playing Celtic. You know what? There's 2 teams in the Bundesliga right now that love it. Love the fact that we have a break. Union Berlin are going to hate it because, they're playing well. Dortmund are going to hate it because they're winning games more than they usually do. Bayern are going to love it because we haven't won in 4 games. And yeah, Leipzig are going to love this, right? Because Gladbach just smoked. Oh my gosh, we're 1 point off of being 8th. Oh gosh. Yo, if we drop another point and Mainz and Frankfurt and Gladbach win, maybe they're playing each other. I don't know. They all win. But we're in 8th place. We could be 9th. We're 2 points from, bro, it's crazy. We're not getting relegated. We're at least, honestly, the way we're playing, Union is 5 points ahead of us. That doesn't mean anything because they'll lose. And then what? Dortmund are going to lose. It's not so much I trust the fact that we're so great, we'll just beat everyone. It's just Dortmund are going to lose. Freiburg's, they're all going to lose. Bro, this is crazy. We're 5th. Ugh, sucks, man. I feel broke. I feel poor. Someone robbed me. So Leipzig are going to love the break because it gives them a chance to reset. And a lot of their players aren't, getting call-ups to their national teams, especially the German players they have. So they're kind of going to like that. And then they come back. Rosa has more time. That's why sacking a manager after the season starts just so tricky because you got Champions League games. And if you don't sack them enough or soon enough, you might lose some more games. And that's why they sacked Tedesco so early because they're like, yo, we could be in the Europa League again. I still personally think, despite losing 2 games in their group, Shakhtar will lose to Madrid, and I think Leipzig will beat Celtic. They have no choice. And then, Shakhtar's going to be down. Then Leipzig will beat Celtic again, and then Shakhtar, and they'll get 2nd place. Real Madrid will get 1st. I think Frankfurt will also top their group with Spurs in it. I honestly, I see Spurs drop into the Europa League, to be honest. They're so bad. Bro, I just want the Bundesliga teams to perform in the UCL, dude. It's so important. We need this league to stay relevant. Freiburg is lit this season. Bayern can't even win in the Farmers League. What do you mean? You win in the Premier League, or we win in the Champions League every season. What do you mean? We haven't lost in the Champions League in the group stages since 2017 when PSG beat us. We haven't lost since then. I don't even think we drew a single game. Have we drawn a game? I don't even know. Last season, we won all our games, I remember. We beat Barca twice. We beat Salzburg. We beat Benfica. We have not lost in a while. When was the last time we lost? I remember we had the round of 16s against Salzburg. And we beat, never mind, they weren't in our group. Yeah, dude, we haven't lost or drawn a game in the Champions League for a long time. And I don't see Barcelona beating this team, bro. Like I think it's a psychological thing. We're gonna go to Camp Nou, get a 1-0 win, and they'll have like 50 chances, but we won. I think the second place trophy will be interesting for Barca. Their goal is to survive against Inter. But when Barca play this Real Madrid team, I want to see the same energy from them. Right? I want to see the same energy, the way Barca talking now. I want to see them like when they play Real Madrid or Atletico, some terrorist teams. Or Real isn't a terrorist team. Look who Barca's playing, right? Levy is top scorer, 8 goals. But bro, look who they played. They're playing Elche at home, Mallorca next. Bro, when you start playing Celta Vigo, Inter Milan, Real Madrid after that, Villarreal, then we'll talk. Then we'll have a different conversation. But these Barca fans in my chat, bro, every freaking live stream, just talking. Bro, they talk so much. All right. They talk so much. And they're in the chat now. I mentioned Barca once. Their comments show up. George, we need a Bayern versus PSG revenge. Well, to be fair, I think PSG want more revenge against us more than we want against them. They beat us in the round of quarterfinals, right? Yeah, they beat us in the quarterfinals. We beat them at their stadium, but they beat us at the Allianz by more. This was back when away goals meant more. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like I have some hate for PSG. It's not like we were going to win the Champions League that year anyways, because we would probably played Man City and we wouldn't have been up to the task. So, honestly, I think PSG will never win the UCL. I think Man City will never win it. Real Madrid and Barcelona and Bayern, even though we aren't the best right now, will win the Champions League this season. One of those 3 teams. Like Real Madrid have that gene, the scumbaggery, bro. They can, like Leipzig dominated Real Madrid in the first half. And then they just lost because second half starts and Real just turn up the level. And they have so much individual like craziness in their game. So, yeah, I think Real. Barcelona just Pedri, baller. They have ballers, right? I don't even. Yeah, they Dembele is back in form, and if he stays fit, Barcelona is a real threat in the Champions League. I think they'll get second place, but if they're not careful, Inter could beat them. But Inter just on Bazo mode right now. The reason I say Bayern is because we have so many players that love the Champions League lights, and our performances this season, the best results came from the Champions League. The fact that we were out of form and still beat Barca, a team that really came to get it, tells you the best teams that play bad and still win, those are the teams that usually compete on an off night, right? The UCL needs you to be at 100%, and our defense was focused the whole game. So, yeah, we might just pull up and win it ourselves. But if we don't change what we're doing now and start getting 5-0, 4-0 on the score sheets, getting assists, goals, and players back in form, we are going to get smoked. So we gotta be careful. We gotta get back in form. I think we will. I trust Nagelsmann. I trust the players. I don't think there's anything genuinely wrong in the dressing room as much as the media would have you believe. Of course they want you to think that, right? They want you to think everything at Bayern is tension, tension, tension. Of course there's going to be some uncertainty when we're not winning. But when we do win, everyone's happy. Oh, see, I don't get it. When Bayern are playing well, the league's too easy. When Bayern aren't playing well, oh, Bayern's trash. We drew to Union Berlin. That was going to happen. We drew to Mönchengladbach. That was actually a positive result, if you ask me. We took a point away because it could have been a loss like every other season. So, and then the Stuttgart draw was terrible because it was last minute. If we won that, then going into the Barca game, it's a different story. But now you lose, So I think it has been unfortunate how things have gone. Right? It's not like we're not creating chances with our football. We create chances. But yesterday, 3 1v1s missed. Musiala missed a 1v1. Sané missed a 1v1 or twice. Mane missed one, but he was trashed the whole game too. So, When we improve our finishing, improve our consistency in formation, that's not up to Nagelsmann, improve our substitutions, bro, we're cooking. We shouldn't be struggling like that. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Make sure you smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Yo, what the hell, man? We're close to 9,000 subscribers. Yo, y'all are insane, dude. We are on, bruh, that's crazy. We're like 80 subs away from 9,000. Oh, that's crazy. Now I'm thinking about 10,000. Bro, imagine if we hit 10,000 subscribers. Dude, that's crazy. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia, San Mia, and peace.